It's Dan 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 Show. Dan 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 Show. Oh yeah. The great thing about Rockfield is the studio is pretty hard to get chucked out of. They like rock and roll chaos and the nonsense that bands get up to, you know. It's on a farm, you're not hurting anyone, except your own livers.
So, there we were in the famous Rockfield studios, out there in the countryside, looking at the horses playing in the back field, trying to feed the cows in the adjacent field, thinking of all those amazing recordings made there by all those incredible people, thinking of course of Freddie Mercury and playing that on lovely piano. And they looked after us well too, they fed us well, and I had some wine, and I let the others have a little bit of that too.
Of course, not all our visits to Rockfield have been quite as well behaved. Where do I start? Well, there was a time where I had the room above Captain's in the Quadrangle studio where we normally recorded. And the cleaning lady Rose unwisely chose to hoover outside his room at about 11 o'clock one morning after a particularly late night. The hoover woke me up, but what really woke me up even more was these kind of stentorian type rhinoceros noises. Peeking out of the door, I was greeted by the sight of Captain's bare backside, the fleeing figure of the cleaning lady, while he ripped the plug out and ritually chopped the lead into a dozen tiny little pieces. Funny enough, we never got woken again for the rest of the time we were there by a hoover.
We did actually burn all the furniture in the fire one night. Yes, well, it was cold, and we decided we didn't want to go to bed. So, oh yeah, we all had our headphones on one day, and we heard some mumbling. I thought, what's that? And in Rockfield, they've got this reverb room in one of the old stables, and it's got lots of sheets of glass where all the sound reverberates against each other. And Lemmy was in there doing a drug deal, and we could hear every word and all the that was going on as well. Disgraceful! Some windows got smashed. We blamed it on the studio dog, you know. But the second time it happened to the same window, before the putty was even dry, I don't think they believed us. That dog's out of control. No, it's you.
Or there was a time we turned up and the band that had previously been there had unwisely chosen to stay in the television room. While we politely asked them to leave using fairly choice Anglo-Saxon words, as you do, they chose to stay. So somebody said, I know how to get them out. Rockfield was then a working farm, lots of horses there still are. And somebody who should remain nameless decided to go and get a wheelbarrow full of horse turds, wheel it into the television room and ritualistically dump it over the unfortunate band in there. That soon got rid of them.
Was that horrible band, the Barracudas? That's right. A couple of them were. They had their girlfriends, and they were snogging on the sofa. There was a shared lounge in the place, and I thought, well, you know, I'll get rid of them. So I saw this wheelbarrow full of horse manure outside the stables, and I just, you know, nonchalantly wheeled it in and tipped it over this snogging couple on the sofa. Yeah, that got rid of them. I love the way we recreated the picture in front of the tree. You know, that's the legendary tree on the hill, the perfect tree. And me and Rat and Paul and Dave did the picture originally, and there's the pinch line up, you know, and it's the last session's pinch we'll ever do with the Damned, and the guy's been absolutely immense, you know, for the last 20 years. I don't know how he's put up with me and Dave and Monty. We're all a little bit eccentric. I don't know whether you knew that, but it must have been infuriating for poor old Pinch, because he's the only normal one in the band. And now he's gone. God knows what's going to happen to us. rudderless, chaotic ship, you know, causing havoc and chaos wherever we go. Hopefully. What's a gig, Grandad? Yeah, exactly. Bring back gigs, you. Bye bye, Sooty. Bye bye.